Jacob, how much does winning on Friday night with the bonus point down at Bristol help going into this week?
It does, yeah. We had a pretty tough 2 weeks. We had a bit of time away from the club, and then we came back in that second week and put a decent shift in. So to get that progression at Bristol and obviously to get 5 points is great for us.
And after what had happened in the intervening time, how good actually was it just to get back to the everyday training and just sort of right back to business?
That's what it was. It was just a case of getting back on the field, get a game in us, and you can let out some frustration, let out whatever you want really, and just get back out there on the field and put performance in.
And how much have things changed in terms of the way that Gloucester do things behind the scenes?
Not too much. I don't think it needed to. There was just a few things that obviously, the change of management, there's going to be a few changes. That's just the nature of sport really, of any business. So there's been a few tweaks, but we're just about going out there on the pitch and doing a job.
Yeah, I suppose it's too late in the season to make a complete overhaul, isn't it? It's just going to be tweaking around the edges.
It is, yeah. It'd be silly to try and reinvent the wheel now. It's just a matter of fine-tuning a few things and like I said before, doing our research and putting a performance in.
A home quarter-final, in theory that should be a game to really get up for, but after what happened, I suppose, last year, there's even more incentive, isn't there, to sort of go out and perform at home in front of the shed?
Absolutely, we've got a job to do, get the fans back with us, give them something to cheer about, especially early on, and really put in a good performance. They've got a great outfit, some class players, so we're going to be really up against it.
What's going to be the key to beating Cardiff?
I think it's just a bit of mindset really. We went into Bristol with a really good mindset away there. We did the job, and I know the first half was pretty scrappy, but we kept in there defending the whole time, and we got the point second half. So if we come there with a similar mindset, we should be okay.
Penalty count was fairly high during the first half. Is that something that you've looked at this week and thought, well, there's an area to improve on?
Definitely, discipline was poor in the first half. We just conceded too many penalties and can't afford to do that. Against some would say better opposition, but Bristol put us under a lot of pressure. So we've got to manage that. We've got to work with the referee and be a bit more clinical, really.
But I suppose the durability of being able to hang in there and then sort of make it count when you've got possession was shown through as well, wasn't it?
That's the thing, is as long as we keep turning up defensive, putting them under pressure, getting our line speed, it's a big part of our game, our defence. So it's one of our strong points. If we can get there and do that, I'm sure we'll get the points.
Ross Moriarty back in training this week. Does that just add an extra edge to the back row area?
Yeah, it's great to have him back. He's been on great form for Wales, so it'd be good to get him back in a Gloucester shirt.
And actually, when you see teammates coming back from international duty like that, do you notice sort of a bit extra in their game?
Absolutely. They've played 8 weeks at the top level, so they're playing with the best people around. So the experience they can bring, the intensity they can bring, the knowledge, it's only going to help us as a team.
And I suppose he'll be up against a few of his teammates. Has he been sort of extra revved up to make sure that he's fit and in contention for this week?
I'm sure he will be. He's probably keep it quite calm and quiet first 2 days, but I'm sure he'll ramp it up come Friday, Saturday.